Jai Maya Ki Jai. If you remember our last discourse, we were talking about Samadhi, the businessman who, when Mother appeared to him, asked to have the wisdom of always wanting to be with her. He spent the rest of his life on earth before he attained moksha and moved into the heavens, roaming about the earth, setting up statues and altars to Mother and teaching people about praising her. And the king of good thoughts, he wanted his kingdom to go on forever and to never have anything but good thoughts. And so here we are with the gods praising the Mother for all that she has given to them. She with the beautiful face, the destroyer of the great ego, is seated upon the lotus of peace. In her hand she holds the rosary of alphabets, the battle axe of good action, the club of articulation, the arrow of speech, the thunderbolt of illumination, the lotus of peace, the bow of determination, the water pot of purification, the staff of discipline, energy, the sword of worship, the shield of faith, the conch of vibrations, the bell of continuous tone, the wine cup of joy, the pike of concentration, the net of unity, and the discus of revolving time. Named excellent intuitive vision, I worship that great goddess of true wealth. So you can understand why she has so many hands often depicted with all the different weapons. And if you hear those different weapons, each one is a different tool that has been given to us to help when we are overcome with negative thoughts and not allowed to be in the spiritual space of being one with the Divine Mother. And sometimes it takes all those different tools. We must take some meditation time, the club of articulation, saying our mantras, the bow of determination, purification with water and puja, and on until we can come back into that space of being one with the Mother and not being pulled from that by our different thoughts of deprecation or conceit or ego or jealousy or pride. So we go on, bearing in her hands, her lotus hands, the bell of continuous tone, the pike of concentration, the plow sowing the seeds of the way of truth to wisdom, the conch of vibrations, the pestle of refinement, the discus of revolving time, the bow of determination, and the arrow of speech, whose radiance is like the moon in autumn, whose appearance is most beautiful, who is manifested from the body of she who is rays of light and is the support of the three worlds, that great goddess of all-pervading knowledge, who destroyed self-conceit and other thoughts, I worship. O Goddess, you are the protector, the most secret of mystical secrets. Please accept this recitation that I have offered and grant to me the attainment of perfection. I meditate on the three-eyed goddess Durga, the reliever of difficulties. The luster of her beautiful body is like lightning. She sits upon the shoulders of a lion and appears very fierce. Many maidens holding the double-edged sword and shield in their hands are standing at readiness to serve her. She holds in her hands the discus, club, double-edged sword, shield, arrow, bow, net, and the mudra, connecting the thumb and the pointer finger with the other three fingers extended upwards, indicating the granting of wisdom. Her intrinsic nature is fire, and upon her head she wears the moon as a crown. I travel with the relievers of sufferings, with the finders of the wealth, with the sons of enlightenment, as also with all gods. I hold aloft friendship and equanimity, the rule of the pure, the light of meditation, and the divine urge to wisdom. I perform the functions of the great devotion, creative intelligence, searchers for truth, and the wealth of realization. I give the wealth to the sacrificer who presses out the offering of devotion with attention. I am the queen, the united mind of the guardians of the treasure, the supreme consciousness of those who are offering sacrifice. Thus the gods have established me in the manifold existence, the all-pervading soul of the abundant being. Through me alone all eat, all see, all breathe, all hear. They know me not, but yet they dwell beside me. Hear from me the truth of faith as I speak to you. Only I myself of my own volition speak this, which is loved by gods and men. Whosoever I love, I give him strength and make him a knower of divinity, a seer, one of loving intellect. I, the preserving energy, bend the bow for the reliever of suffering to slay the enemies of the creative consciousness by the arrows of speech. I give the people zealous fervor. I pervade throughout heaven and earth. I give birth to the Supreme Father of all. My creative energy is in the waters of the inner ocean. From thence I extend through all the worlds of the universe and touch the summit of heaven with my greatness. I blow intensely all beings of the universe like the wind, beyond the heavens and beyond the earth. To such an extent has my greatness altogether extended. Jai Mahamaya ki jai, Harakandashvari Mata ki jai, Dashveshvari Mata ki jai, Mother Chandi Mata ki jai, Mother Durga Mata ki jai, Bole Baba ki jai.